So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why they told me to keep it in a suspense. Okay. Namaste, my wonderful Aries friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Celine. I'm a counseling psychologist, a hypnotherapist, and an intuitive tarot reader. I blend both spiritual insight and psychological interpretation in my readings. Now, this is your general reading for the month of July, where we'll explore the energy surrounding your love life, your career life, and your finances. Obviously, we'll start with your general for the month ahead. But if you like more personalized guidance, then don't forget to check out my weekly readings on this channel. Now, before I start, I want to give you a little about, July calendar. Now, according to the Vedic calendar, this month, July, carries the energy of gaining wisdom, embracing spiritual growth, and honoring the mentors, the teachers, and the guides who has been lighting up our path. Now, it is also a beautiful time for learning, reflection, and deepening your connection with your inner truth. Now, with all these intentions in our hearts and in our minds, let's begin by clearing the space and releasing all negative energies. Now I'm going to invite your spirit guides, your higher self, and your ancestors to be present during this reading. Now the sound may be a little loud for some of you, so please turn down the volume. Okay, so let's begin. There's a lot to uncover today because I'm going to do a week by week. So I'm going to just pull out one card for each week. Okay, so first week for second week, third week, fourth week for general, and the same thing for love, and the same thing for career, and I'll end up with the finances. Okay, and I'm also going to do a surrender card that you can do surrender for the whole of July, and I'm going to conclude it with a message from the angels. All right, so we have lots to do, so let's start with your general. So I'm going to be very quick. As I said, this is just tip of the iceberg. So if you want more personalized, then please check out my channel, because I post weekly for general, for love, for career, and finances. All right, okay, so let's start with the first week of July. Look at that. Okay, you have a beautiful Three of Cups. Okay, so and then you have Five of Cups the second week, and then you have the major arcana for the third. That's the transformation happening here. And then you have another major arcana which is going to end the July with a beautiful note. Okay, so again, this is just a general one. So before I begin, my wonderful Aries friends, please remember this is a collective reading. So take only what resonates and leave the rest. Also, it'll be great if you can help me grow my channel by liking it, subscribing it, and by sharing the videos. Okay, so let's begin. Now, the first week, as I said, okay, there's going to be emotional celebration. There's going to be a celebration on the cards here for the first week. So I see there is going to be a social gathering as well. There's going to be a lot of social support. I see there is a lot of fulfillment. So the first week of July, there is going to be a lot of celebration. Okay, maybe there's a lot of wedding coming up. Okay, social gatherings. Maybe some of them are celebrating, the birth of the child. So there's going to be a lot of, gathering coming your way. So that's for your first week. Now, for your second week, There is going to be a little bit of emotional overwhelming here as well. Now, there's going to be a little chaos happening here. So a little loss, some kind of a grief. So probably it is something a disappointment. Maybe you are waiting for, some kind of a job recognition, some kind of promotion, but we will check that out later when we talk about the career, see whether anything comes up with there, or maybe anything comes up with regards to your relationship or your finances. Okay, but just in general, the second week of July, there will be some kind of sadness, some kind of sorrow, but not too much that you need to worry about, because when that happens, the next card that we're going to talk about is your transformation. Now, because of this overwhelming emotional that you are facing, there is going to be some kind of a transformation. Now, this is a major arcana, so please take note that it may be important for some of you, but not necessarily for all. Now, for some of you, there might be an ending and a new beginning. So it could be an ending of a relationship and then a beginning, because death and rebirth. Okay, so you may need to let go, but again, we will see what is happening with that with regards to your your career, love, and your finances. Right now, but be just take note, on the third week of July, there will be some kind of ending and beginning, and you need to let go. Okay, you need to let go in order for new things to come by. Okay, look at that. There's something new. There will be a travel coming up, I see. Okay, so as I said, this is a major arcana. You're going to complete something. So probably whatever you're going through emotionally, and then there's going to be a transformation. And because of that, there is going to be a lot of growth. There's going to be success. There's going to be, a completion. I sense there is also going to be some kind of a travel. Okay, some of you will be traveling. Okay, so basically, this is the first week in a general what's going on. So I'm going like pretty fast here. Okay, as I said, that you can check out my website for your weekly reading, which I will go more in depth week by week. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull another 4 cards that is for each week, based for your romance. Okay, so this I'm going to call angels. Okay, with regard to the love life, what do you think my wonderful Aries need to know? So I'm going to start with this. Okay, and then that. All right, that and that. Okay, so you have 9 of Cups, and you have a 7 of Pentacles, and you have what is this, Knight of Wands, and you have a King of Wands. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so let's begin with your 9 of Cups. Okay, here you have the 3 of Cups, and here you have the 9 of Cups. So within 3 to 9 days between in July, okay, plus minus. Okay, it's not as I said, they can't the tarot cards won't be telling you indefinite, so they're just letting you know what you need to know. So within 3 to 9 days, when the month starts, there is going to be a lot of content. Your wishes will be fulfilled. So during this gathering, that when you're meeting someone, okay, there is going to be a wish fulfilled. All right, for some of you. And for some of you, there's going to be a recognition. So this is where you're going to meet someone. All right, and they are going to see you for who you are. Okay, they're going to validate you, and you're going to know, all right, this person. In the social sector, you're going to meet someone, okay, romantically. Okay, if you can see, all right, there is someone coming from behind and there's hugging you, and there's love, there's peace. Okay, there's lots of love. So during this first week of July, if you're going to go and attend some kind of a gathering, you are going to meet someone there. Okay, so I don't know, just keep your eyes open. All right, you don't know who we're going to meet, but be careful nowadays. All right, do a lot of checking, do a lot of resourcing before you jump the gun. Okay, and the second week of July, that is the Seven of Pentacles, all right, is some kind of choices that you need to make, all right? So, with regards to your romance, you might be meeting some people. So, this is a choice that you might need to make. So, because of this emotional cup, okay, that I was already talking to, there's some kind of loss. So, you need to let go because you have to make some kind of choice romantically. Okay, I see that some kind of a choice that you need to make romantically. So because of that, I can sense now why there is a overwhelming of emotions here. Okay, so there is a evaluation that you need to make, a decision. Probably you met someone and you already know, and now you have to make. So because of that, you might be overwhelmed. That's what I said. This is a general one, but we will see what again happens with your career and your finances. Okay, now as you come for your third week of July, all right, this is a Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Knight is all about fearless, okay, taking initiative, okay, fearless, taking initiative, all right, going very passionate, very adventurous. So probably, okay, this is where when there is a transformation happening with your regards to your love, there is going to be a lot of adventures happening, and that possibly might lead you to travel, but we will see what the other card is trying to say to you. Okay, so there is, okay, some kind of adventure coming with regards to your romantic life. And obviously, okay, the Knight, okay, the Knight is obviously one of the most energetic lover. Okay, so when you are going to travel, okay, there is going to be a lot of romance. There's going to be a lot of passion. Okay, probably you might be leading the love. Okay, the possibility is very high because you are sitting on the throne and you are going to take the lead in your romantic life. And probably that's where you are going to go and travel the world possibly in order to take the lead. I don't know. Okay, just take how it resonates with you. Okay, so very beautifully, it is said that during the social event, you might be meeting some people. There will be overwhelming of emotions coming your way. I'm not surprised because there are some choices that you need to make. Okay, there are some choices that you need to make. And when you make choices, obviously, there's some things that you need to let go, right? And there's going to be a transformation because when you're going to transform into a more like a knight, there's going to be a lot of adventure. Okay, there's going to be a lot of search coming. Okay, you're going to go fearlessly because there's a great transformation happening here. Now, of course, on the last week of July, there's sense there is a travel coming up, and that's where you are going to take the lead. Okay, you are going to take the lead, and you're going to have a lot of passion. There's going to be a lot of energy in you. Okay, a lot of romance I see in your love life that is coming your way. Wow, so far that is a very beautiful thing happening in your life, my wonderful Aries. Okay, now I'm going to pull another 4 cards pertaining to your career. Okay, so let's do your career very quickly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why they told me to keep it in a suspense. Okay, don't ask me why. Okay, so I'm going to just keep all these cards. My card table is so full with a lot of stuff. Okay, now I'm going to turn all this. Now I know. Okay, the wheel is turning. No wonder there is a lot of emotions. Okay, that's a major arcana, and then there is a King of Wands. Here you also have a King of Wands, and then you have another King of Wands. Interesting. And you have a major arcana and Six of Wands. Okay, so that is 3, 9, and 6. Okay, so let's see what your career has for you. Now, with regards to 6, again, all right, this one is where you're going to meet people. And when you meet people, there's going to be some kind of a romance that you will be meeting someone here. Okay. Now, with regards to your career, I was told there's going to be a growth coming because you might be meeting some potential person, a hirer, okay, or a future partnership that you might be venturing into. So it could be a romantic partner, might eventually become your business partner, or this person might introduce you to a company that he or she knows, and you're going to jump into it, because I see, okay, 6 is all about growth, okay, progression. So I sense there is you are going to move forward in your career. Okay, you're going to move forward in your career. You're going to get support. Probably the support is going to come from here. So yeah, there's going to be a wonderful news with regards to your career because you're moving forward. All right, and look at that. Okay, you're looking very happy. You're looking very nice. Okay, and you're enjoying it. And then, okay, the second week of July, your will is going to turn. Okay. Now, the will not necessarily has to be negative or it has to be positive, but what I can say, the will is like a yo-yo. Okay. Now, embrace for new changes. Okay. When I say embrace for new changes, you need to let go. Okay. And it's going to be painful, whatever choice that you're going to make. And whatever the choice that you're going to make, okay, with regards to your career, there is going to be a lot of luck and opportunity. So embrace it. Okay. There's change coming your way. All right. There's a change coming your way. And your fortune is changing. Luck is coming. So need to let go for the change to come. My angels keep telling me to tell you, embrace change. I'm going to say that again because they are just nudging me. Embrace the change. Okay. There is a change coming. Now, the third week of July. Okay. This is also a major arcana. And here you are going to have some kind of workplace disputes. So that's where there's going to be a transformation happening within you. Okay. But don't worry, with regard to your love life, I see a lot of adventure. But with regard to your career, all right, there will be some changes happening because there are some changes happening. That's why they ask you to embrace the change, right? So when you embrace the change, there might be some kind of workplace disputes. They might not be happy with your progression, or maybe you are leaving the company and you're going to start something new, a partnership. So they may not be happy with it. All right. But just be aware there is some kind of conflict, unfairness going on, and you might be also during unfairness. Maybe you're leaving the company for good. So that's where the transformation is happening. You're leaving because you might find some truth that is not honest, that they are hiding it. So you want balance. So you are not happy with it. So you are leaving. Okay. Now this is a major arcana. This too. It is going to happen whether you like it or not. So is this. So is this. Okay. All these major arcanas with regarding, okay, your general and for so far your career, it's going to happen. Now, don't worry about love life. This is all also going to change, okay, but slowly. Now, when it comes to your last week, okay, of your career, you need to take charge and you need to change. Okay. Remember, I keep telling you just now, my angels are trying to tell you embrace change. You need to embrace change here. Okay. Because I foresee that you are going to meet someone And this person you're going to meet, okay, is going to introduce you to a world that you are not familiar with, and you need to be prepared to let go of your job because you're unhappy here. The truth is out. And they are going to tell you that in the first week, when this person contacted you regarding your work, you may want to take charge here on the last week of July. Okay? Because whatever you're going to do with regard to your business, you are going to succeed big time. You are going to bloom. All right. But be patient, obviously. Nothing, okay? Nothing that is going to start. Okay. When I started my business, when I started my own private practice, okay, many years ago, the first 2-3 months, I hardly had a client that I need to take part-time job in teaching. Okay. I was teaching part-time in order to get my clients. Now, when it comes to my third week, because people start to know me, I was doing networking and students, know me. And then, I began to put my, out there in social media, Facebook. At that time, I was pretty active. Okay. So with all this, 3 years later, my business starts to bloom. Okay. I had clients, and 90% of my clients were all word of mouth. Okay. So it takes time, but you are going to do something very different. You might need to travel for your work. Okay, you need to take charge, whatever it is. You need to take charge for your love life. You need to take charge for your career. Okay, wow, that's wonderful news. All right, so I'm gonna now also pull, okay, something for your finances. Okay, let's see how your finances is looking for the month of July. Okay. All right, first week, second week, third week, and fourth week. Okay, now I'm going to turn the cards and see what they have. Oh, okay, so I don't take reverse. So, yeah, that's how I'm going to do. Okay, so your first card is all about Eight of Wands regarding your everything is falling in place. Okay, for the Chinese, okay, 8 is a symbol of money. Yes, money. Okay, so it's also a symbol of infinity, right? So on the fourth week of July, that's the last week of July, you are going to see, okay, a lot of cash flow. So be patient. Whatever you have started, your partnership, also there'll be some money that you need to take out, because of course when you start your own company, all right, there will be some kind of spending. So don't be so impulsive in your spending. Okay, just see whether is it worth buying so you can venture. So do a little by little, but there is definitely going to be some spending. Okay, but then there's going to be good cash flow coming in. Very good. Okay, now even if you're going to another job, okay, there is going, if this person is introducing you with regard to a partnership, okay, to a new job, there's some money coming in with regards to your cash flow. Now, the second week, okay, this is a major arcana. Be patient. Okay, be patient. Whether you are working for someone or when you're starting with someone, okay, you have to be a little patient for money to come in. And I just told you about when I started my own private practice. Okay, I only start to see, money coming in the third year. All right, towards the second last, okay, towards the fourth quarter. But by the third year, I was having lots of clients until I have to let go of some of my teaching, and so that I can see my clients. Okay, so yeah, so be a little patient. All right, don't jump the gun. All right, if you steady, okay, steady, slowly, okay, there will be savings coming. All right, now when it comes to, okay, all right, oh, something just flew. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Okay, so when it comes to your third week, okay, this is also your major arcana. All right, so your high priestess is asking you to assess the money flow, assess the opportunity carefully, trust your intuition, okay? Trust your intuition, trust your guts, all right? Don't go and spend. Make sure you keep some money, okay? Don't overspend. That's where your, patience is coming here. So don't spend lavishly. You need to be aware of the situation, all right? So yeah, they about your money, looks like you need to be a little patient, okay, and don't overspend. Now, the last week, okay, there is going to be a little envious. You're going to be a little disappointed, because I'm not surprised, because you are spending a lot, so that's why you need to be a little careful. Now remember, this card is already telling you what you need to do. So if you're able to save some money, okay, and don't overspend it, this can change. Okay, this can change, because that's what the cards are here to preempt you. Okay, now you may feel a little disappointed, but don't worry. Okay, as I said, you can change your wheel of fortune. You can change your wheel of fortune. All right, so these emotions can be changed if you are going to adhere to the high priestess, where they tell you to be careful with your spending. You will be able to save. Okay, so I see there's beautiful things coming your way with regards to your love, your career, and of course to your money. So that's it. All right, now I'm also going to do a May pull out for your surrender card. Okay, let's see what you need to surrender for this whole of July, so that you will not fall into something that you should not. Okay, so surrender to procrastination. Okay, let's read that. So whatever you're doing, if you think you need to go to this gathering, go. Don't procrastinate, because this is the one that's going to open all these doors for you. So when there's an invitation coming in the first week of July, jump on it. Okay, jump on it, my wonderful Aries. If the opportunity has come and you said no, call them up and say, "Now I'm coming," because you're going to meet someone very potential here. Okay, now let's see. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Taking action will attract success. Okay, so before I even read that, the card is already telling you, all right, don't procrastinate. Just get up and go. Okay. Even if you have to go in your PJs, just go. Okay. Because this is the most important door for the whole of July to look very differently. Now, to end your reading, I'm going to pull a card from a guardian angel. Okay. And see what I want the guardian angel to guard you. So this is what you need to take note of. And I want the guardian angel to really take care of you. So this card wants to come. Let's see, what is it? Manifestation. Your angels want you to manifest. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's read that. Believe in yourself. Okay. Don't worry about it. This is all temporary. Believe in yourself, because there's going to opportunity coming here. Trust your instincts. I told you. Okay. Trust your instincts. That's your high priestess. Okay. And follow your heart. For in doing so, you shall manifest all your heart desires. The life you have for so long aspired to create will soon manifest. Let's read that one more time. Okay. Manifestation. Believe in yourself, trust your instincts, and follow your heart. For in doing so, you shall manifest all your heart desires. The life you have for so long aspired to create will soon manifest. So, my wonderful Aries, this is your reading. Okay, and I truly hope that you have enjoyed it. Now, the summary of this reading, hopefully I'll try to put it, okay, at the end. And so please take some time to read and reflect on it. And if this reading resonated with you, please let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so your insight can help others on their journey. So until the next reading, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Bye.